Hi everybody, Matt Rivera, Southwest Off Grid here, and today I'm upgrading my shower system. Up till now I've been using these solar bags, which you fill up with water, they hold about 5 gallons, and then you leave them out in the sun, and the sun basically warms it up. And living here in the high desert, the Chihuahuan desert, these things get hot. So it's really nice, you gotta hang it up nice and high, which could be kind of a problem because once it's 5 gallons are full, and you try to hoist it up onto a little hook I have in the shower, it's pretty heavy. Now I'm a big guy, you know, I like to work out, but it's time to upgrade. It's getting cold right now. Today we have a cold front, so I know for some of you this is like t-shirt and bikini weather, but here in the high desert it's around 62 degrees, which is freezing for most people here in El Paso. So what do I have? This Camplux water heater. Now the way this thing is supposed to work, I don't know if you can see the photo right here. You've probably seen these all over social media. Let me get you a little closer shot. All over YouTube and things like that. Basically you mount it outside. And some people do it indoors, but I heard, you know, it needs to vent and things like that. So I'm going to be mounting this outside. But you mount it outside, you connect the propane tank, and then you connect the garden hose. And basically the pressure of the garden hose will run the water through the system. The propane will heat it up, and then it'll come out the shower head. So one of the cool things about this is that when you flick on the shower head, that's when the propane heater turns on. It needs 2D batteries and a propane tank. So, darn it, I don't have batteries. But it's okay. I'm just going to install it today, and then I'll go to CVS or Walgreens or Walmart or wherever I can get some D batteries, and I'll get it to work. All right? So, fingers crossed. Again, first time I've ever done anything like this because I have to install it on the outside, drill a hole through my cabin, run the line for the hose through the wall so the hose could be inside the house, and then use foam in filler or whatever to fill back up the hole, make sure everything crawls in, keeps out the bad weather, and then a few other things to make sure everything's insulated and waterproof and things like that. So it's definitely a process, but let's go ahead and let's get it. Alright, so I wasn't planning on doing this. It's not really my thing, but I guess there's no time better than now to do an unboxing video. So I got my trusty Leatherman right here. Now, this is not an endorsement, but I've had this Leatherman. You can see some rust. I gotta take a little better care of it. But I've had this Leatherman since my first deployment in Iraq, 2008, 2009. And it's got a little loose. Besides that, this thing works like a charm. Excuse me, I also have a cold, so don't mind all the little snorts. There we go. There we go. It's part of life. So I'm gonna open this bad boy up. I love this thing. I barely ever sharpened. Like, I had this thing for years before I finally sharpened the blade. It works great. I mean, I don't know. Maybe with inflation, they decided to cut costs and the product has gone down in quality. I don't know. Who knows? But this Leatherman right here is called Leatherman Core. This thing's a beast. I've had it for years. I've used it multiple times in this cabin while building, and it's always worked out great. So, bam. Alright, so this bad boy is open. Looks like we have some foam here. Let's see what we have here. Everything looks nice and tightly packaged. Come on! Oh, and get Leatherman again. I mean, I could just pop it, but I'm not an animal. Come on, buddy. There you go. Boop. Boop. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, it just opens it like this. Okay, it looks like here we have the shower head. It all comes wrapped up. Everything you'll need, all the little pieces, including like a little thing to screw in the wall so you can hang it, which is great because I was trying to figure out how I was gonna do it. I didn't know it actually came with like a little thing you screw in the wall. You can just hang it up right there. So perfect. And of course, the adapters. These are the hose adapters that go onto the water heater, so I can attach either a male or female end of a garden hose. Next, it comes with, which is already attached, the attachment for the propane tank. Nice. I like when they do a lot of the work themselves, like when they actually attach it, some pieces, because especially when it comes to propane, I just feel more safe and secure knowing that someone else did it, and that if anything happens, I'm not to blame. Bam. I know it's a shitty way of looking at it, but hey, it's my life. I'm gonna break that up. I don't want to try to figure out how to pry that thing through. And that's there. That's there. That's nice and wrapped up nice and tight. Now, I have to say this. This thing's surprisingly light. Like, I thought this thing was going to be heavy. You know? Like, you just see these on YouTube and stuff like that, and you're like, oh man, I think it must be pretty heavy, you know? But no. It's surprisingly light. If I figure out how much it weighs, I'll put like a little text like right here. Wait. No, I'm kidding. I'm not there yet as a YouTube creator. But I'll be there soon. Try to open it carefully because I don't want to mess anything up. Okay. There we go. I see we got some stuff. It has a mounting bracket, so it can be mounted to a wall, like screwed to a wall. And I believe it also has a hook, set up, so this way, if you like find like a branch of a tree, you could just like put it on there and it'll just hang. So that's also cool. This thing looks really great. Like, I'm very pleased with how this looks aesthetically. It looks really cool. I mean, I would have gone for the black one, but that one was out of stock. You know? So let's see. Oh, there goes the hook. Bam. So the hook is right here on the back side. Pop it up. So if I want to hang it up, it just goes like this. Bam. Right against the wall. Boom. Now, of course, this is not going to be in here or inside the house in general. I'm actually going to attach this outdoors. So this way the propane and the exhaust fumes, which are supposed to come out right here at the top, will stay outside. This is one of the many little measures I take to make sure my family stays safe. So that's enough talking for now. We unboxed it. We saw everything that came with it. All the tools and pieces and parts. And the instruction manual. I'm kidding. I'm probably going to use that because I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Let's go ahead and get it. I'm going to put it right here. This seems like a good spot right here. I can still control it. I can look at the drain to drain out the water. This will reach the gas tank on the floor, so I don't have to do any special mount, like mount or a table for my propane tank. So I think it's a good spot. What I'll do is I'll attach the hose right here, drill through the wall. It'll feed through, and I'll rise up. So, looks good, Clark. Let's go ahead and let's get it. Alright, so I guess before I get started, I bought an extra 100-foot hose to attach to the 100-foot hose I have right now, which is the spigot all the way over there. So I need to attach this to make sure that it actually reaches the cabin before I kind of get this started. It'd be kind of like a waste of time if I can't run water to it. So let's go ahead and let's get this bad boy fed out and let's see how far it goes. All right. Alrighty then, even with it a little kinked up, it looks like it's gonna reach. So we should have enough space for it to definitely connect and water to get to the water heater. So let's go ahead and let's get this bad boy a little bit unkinked a little bit more, and then we'll go from there. Freaking work on putting it all together and getting it installed. All right, so Now I'm gonna screw in my water tank heater. So, judging by where the window's at, the shower should be right here. So I'm just gonna raise it up a little bit more, screw it in, and then hope for the best, honestly. You know, I'm not the best at measuring stuff out or using measuring tape, so we'll see what happens. But again, my trusty Leatherman comes into play because my wife moved a bunch of stuff and now I can't find my screwdriver. So, I mean, your toolbox. Well, you buy me a toolbox. Buy me a toolbox and I'll use it. Right about there. Actually, a little lower. Right about there. So this way, it's easy to operate. You can tell if it's working or not. All right. Boom. And we'll see what happens. I mean, it probably might be easier if I just hammer in a nail to hold it up. So I can use 2 hands to do this. Probably, yeah. Cut. I wish. Alright, so I finally found a nail. Now I'm going to use the back side of my Leatherman to just... No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that because I love this Leatherman too much. But I have a hammer, so we'll get that done. Let's go ahead, let's get it. Use my Leatherman. You guys are crazy, man. Not as a hammer. So I opened the window right here so I can actually get a view inside. So yeah, I was correct. My shower is basically right here. So, darn it, I need the water heater again. I lost my mark. I just want to make sure that I have enough space at the bottom with this hose attachment to make sure that whatever water or propane heater I use, I just want to make sure that at the bottom there's enough space for whatever propane tank I use, whether a big one or a small one. I have enough give or slack in the line to always be able to use it, you know? So, this boy is right here. Right about there. So this way I can, oh, don't lose it. Don't lose it. Oh, there. Come on, man. There you go. Use that chest. Put your chest into it. Hey. Can't see. There you go. Bam. That should be enough just to hold it for now. Doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be on there. There you go. Bam. That looks like a good spot, right? Yeah. Low water pressure, high performance. That's what the sticker says right there. Oh, bug. All right. Bam. Nailed it, homie. Nailed it. What? Now I need to put in the screw up top. You know, at 6'8", you'd think I'd be able to reach that, but you know, I'm kidding. I'm only 5'11". Unless I'm wrestling. If I'm wrestling, it's 6 foot even. Oh no! He pulled out the ladder. Oh. I hope you guys don't mind. I do have my headphones in. I like to listen to music while I work, like everyone else. But when I'm talking to you, I pause it. So for those of you watching, try to guess what song I'm listening to. It's from the 90s, and because I'm an 80s baby. So they. It was used in the movie with I believe his name is Ryan Philippe, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and who is the other one, the one he was married to. She was in Legally Blonde. And the movie was called Cruel Intentions. It'll come to me though. It'll come to me. All right. Bittersweet Symphony. It's a good song. Yeah. You know? I don't know. Just me. All right, ladder safety. Oh, that'd be horrible. I'm so weird. Hopefully, with it being out here, this will be able to vent really well. Just gotta make sure I drain it after every time because winter is coming up, and these pipes have been known to freeze. You know, so I have to use the water drainage tool or a little deal. Oh, come on. What is? Oh, my forearm's giving out. It's okay. Here's my other forearm. There we go. Come on. All right. Now this is kind of like the scary part, okay? Am I still recording? Okay. This is kind of the scary part because now I have to attach the water hose, the shower head right here, and drill a hole probably right through here. So it comes down a little bit, curves in, I'll feed it through, and then I have to attach the shower head attachment inside the bathroom so I can hang out the shower head. But it's always a little touch and go for me because it's like, I'm putting another hole in the walls. You know, I'm not a big fan of doing that, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know? I'll put a million of them if I need to. All right, everybody, here comes the scary part. Drilling a hole through the wall. I know for me, I just drill the hole, but for me, it's like, what if there's a stud? I mean, I knocked. It seems pretty hollow. Right here, it seems like there's a stud right here. Right here, it seems pretty empty. So we'll give it a shot. All right, now if you're wondering what I was powering, this little power tool I have right here, it's my Blue Eddy AC200 Max. And no, this is not a plug, but this thing has been phenomenal. I've used it in every aspect of construction in this cabin, and the battery is just amazing. It lasts forever. I have the 3 solar panels that I attach to it, so on days I'm out here for like really long days doing a lot of wood cutting and things like that, it is amazing. I would totally recommend it if you want to live off grid because it's portable and it's a little pricey, but worth every penny. So let's get it. So I want to go down just a little bit like so. No shit. I had it on backwards. It was on a reverse drill. Oh God, I'm crazy. A little bit below that one. Stud there, or is this thing just being like ridiculously difficult? Oh man. I mean, it feels like there's nothing there. There we go. Nice little jab. Got that one through. Oh no. I forgot. This thing doesn't go all the way through the wall. So like, now I have to figure out I have to get a drill attachment here, or just take this off. Let's see. And I should have gone through all the way to the other side, so when I go into the shower bathroom area, I should be able to find this hole and attach this like so, and bam, just run this through the hole I already drilled, and bam, it lines up perfectly every time. So now I have to move all my electronic stuff inside. So let's go get it. Okay, so it took a little finagling, but I was able to get the fitting for the shower head through the wall. So now that's completely inside the shower. So now I have to attach this, which has a little like locking system. So it should be pretty easy. You just push up, you just push it down, and then you push it all the way up to the top, and then you release. It should lock right in. Bam. Now I'm gonna let this go all the way in as far as it'll go. That's, bam, like so. You see? What I'm gonna do now is I have a can of spray foam. I'm gonna fill this up with foam, and then I also have a waterproof clear acrylic, like the stuff you use for showers and stuff that goes in between cracks to fill in spaces to make sure water doesn't get in. I'm gonna use that as well to kind of like waterproof this as much as I can to make sure moisture doesn't get inside the house. And then, bam, we go from there. All right, let's go ahead and on the inside make it happen. Okay, so it looks like this bad boy goes up, like so, bam. And this bad boy goes down, it looks like. So let's see. Come on. There we go. Okay. And that's locked in. Bam. There's not much else to do. So before I turn the water on, I'm gonna have the gas set to middle and the water pressure set to middle as well, just to get a feel for how it's gonna go. And I just realized something. I need to connect my propane tank. Let's go ahead, let's get it. All right, everybody, the big moment's here. I connected the propane tank. I turned on the water. The hoses are leaking in some spots, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. And then water's leaking definitely from the where it enters the little port. I'll show you in a second, but fingers crossed this works. So that's working. And it's hot. It's hot, dude. We have hot water. I don't know if you can see it, but just look at this glorious steam. It's hot water. Oh my God, I'm like so like, this is amazing. Oh. Hot water turned off for a second. Okay, now it's hot. There we go. Oh yeah. Maybe it just took a second to fire up. Oh my God. That is so great. No water leaking from the hose itself inside the cabin, though it is leaking outside. Let me show you. Too close. I don't want my microphone. Let me get a little closer real quick. It's leaking right from there. And it seems to be landing right here on the tank. I can move that a little bit out the way, causing a little puddle down there. But it also is leaking from over here. Let me show you. From right here. But it's not leaking from this. It's actually leaking from here, which is this part of the back end of that. So I'm gonna have to go through and tighten that. Oh, I got water on my. So I'm gonna have to go through, retighten everything to see if it'll stop the water. Also, I did open this water full throttle, and this water's really high water pressure. So hopefully if I use less water next time, it won't be as bad. So let's see what happens. It's a long walk to go from here all the way down to there to turn everything on. But living off grid is not easy, and it's not for everyone. It's a lot of trial and error. It's crazy. It only took like 2 or 3 generations for us as humans to forget what our grandparents knew, what their parents knew, and how to live without electronics, without technology, without cell phones, without gas stoves. Like, it only took them about 2 or 3 generations to forget thousands upon thousands of years of what we learned living out in the natural world. You know, it's kind of sad that we've become so codependent on our electric stoves, our air conditioning units, and things like that. But that's just me. That's just me going on. Let me not waste any more of your time. If you like the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Matt Rivera. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care. Peace.